You know, Snazzy, I've been thinking, and our viewers are probably kind of annoyed that we haven't been reviewing every single episode of the season. So why don't we make this video a twofer? What did you think of Applejack's Day Off?
It sucked, and I never want to talk about it again.
Agreed. Now what about Flutter Brutter?
So much better. And I bet it made you feel pretty self-conscious, didn't it?
Excuse me?
Oh, don't play dumb with me, neckbeard. You're no stranger to mooching off your parents while you pursue your alternate paths. In fact, I think most bronies can say that. It's like this episode was designed to get a reaction from them.
Well, great. Now you're backing me into a corner. If I argue with you, it'll sound like I'm in denial, but I can't agree with you without admitting to being a pathetic man-child. Thanks a lot, Lizard Breath.
What sort of adopted brother would I be if I didn't tease you?
Being a leech isn't what this episode is really about, though. It's about self-confidence. Someone could be married with children and have a steady job and still not have the self-confidence to move forward and realize their full potential. Falling into a familiar pattern can happen to anyone.
Good point. And really, the lesson can apply to parents as much as children. Zephyr has entitlement issues, of that there's no doubt, and that was probably always present in him. However, raising that kind of egotist in an environment where quitting has no negative consequences can only result in something like this. In a way, this is an episode about responsible child rearing. It's great to encourage children to reach for the stars and follow their dreams, but it's impossible to know success if you've never tasted failure.
You mean like how schools have been rewarding children for everything instead of just rewarding the kids who actually earned it, thus rendering those rewards meaningless? Or parents who throw fits to have their child's grade changed when he didn't study for the test?
Bingo! All that does is teach children that they deserve the best for the least amount of effort, and they should throw a tantrum if they don't get their way.
Then, of course, if that still doesn't work, the kid is suddenly a prodigy, a veritable Nikola Tesla, capable of changing the entire world if not for the blockheads around him who are keeping him down.
But that leads to a whole different problem. What about the kids who really are Nikola Tesla types? If you treat them too harshly, you could genuinely be killing a spark of genius.
And that segues into why this episode presents one of the best possible solutions. Equestria is a society that encourages the pursuit of one's talents and passions. Emphasis on the word pursuit. It's not enough to just say, I'm good at something. You have to actually get out and do it and become better at it over time. Otherwise, you're just blowing smoke. If you're not pursuing your passions every single day, you'll never get anywhere. And if you stumble, you can't just quit and run away while crying that it's someone else's fault. Those are the times you really have to push even harder. Zephyr had talent, of that there's no question, but he was raised in an environment that encouraged his fear, when in reality he should have been told, okay, you failed this time, pick yourself back up and try again. That's the only way you can move forward in these kind of situations.
So it seems like the point we're driving at is that even though everyone is directing their hatred at Zephyr, in reality, Fluttershy, soft-spoken parents are the real villains of the episode.
Yes, it's a balancing act. Support without coddling and freedom without abandonment. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, yes, but I'm a bit biased. None of this absolves Zephyr from his actions, though. His parents can't be held responsible for all the myriad ways he self-sabotages his work. If he's going out and he's still not making it, that's entirely on him.
Since we're on the subject of taking responsibility, when are you going to start paying your half of the rent?
Oh look, a thing over there. I'm gonna go distract myself with it.
Hey, you get back here! Alright, fine. You really want to hear my thoughts on Applejack's Day Off? Well, I'm not going to post a review of it here because I got that out of my system on the Rift Cafe's weekly podcast, which was a lot of fun to record. I've provided a link in the description, or you can click this picture of Applejack. Give it a listen. It's a very long one, but you'll hear me and people of actual intelligence get to talk about, well, various different things. Click it.